can a doctor be arrested on a criminal complaint by a patient?
Yeah, actually the Jacob Mathew versus State of Punjab. It is the first case decided by the Supreme Court of India to protect the interest of the medical professionals when compared to other ordinary professionals. The Supreme Court has made a distinction between the medical professionals and others. It will be very interesting to narrate the fact of the case. After 2000, it so happened two influential sons of one Sharma had a political clout in Punjab, and they brought their father to be admitted in Christian Medical College, Ludhiana, when the father was very in a fragile condition. And doctors examined him, and they were under the opinion that the patient is in the terminal stage with cancer. His age is also more than 70 years. He needs more solution and religious ceremony to consolate him rather than any medical treatment to this man at this stage. Some bhajana, some songs, some godly sermons can be given to him instead of medical treatment, because it has reached a stage where medical practice will not help this old man. But the two influential persons, sons of Sharma, compelled the doctors and management, see, we are all from political strongholds, you have to admit my father, whatever may be the case. And they compelled them to give admission to the old man, and he was admitted. It is an allegation, I am not telling it's a fact, it is an allegation by the sons. When they tried to connect an oxygen cylinder to this patient, the nurses tried, and they found there is no oxygen in the cylinder. And after that, they searched here and there, and after some 1 hour, 2 hours, they brought another oxygen cylinder. I tried to connect it, that was also not working. So according to the complainant, because ventilation oxygen was not given to my father, he died, and patient has committed not only medical negligence, criminal negligence. They killed my father. That is the complaint they lodged before the police station. And the police filed an FIR, tried to frame charges against the doctors, two doctors who were working in Christian Medical College, Ludhiana. They went for a bail, for applying for a bail. But the lower court rejected that. They went to the High Court. The High Court also dismissed that. They were so influential that the two doctors went to the Supreme Court of India asking for bail because the police are chasing them. The Supreme Court received this, and they tried to study the case very carefully and found all the allegations are not correct. Number two, even if there is an oxygen and ventilation, the old man cannot survive because the condition was so terminous. In this stage, when a doctor is giving some treatment, etc., finding fault with the doctor and fastening the negligence, that to criminal negligence on the part of the doctor, is not proper and justifiable. So in the history of Indian judiciary, normally court will not divide any citizens as class of citizens according to their profession. Everybody is equal before law, and equal application is before the law. Every law should be applied uniformly to all the citizens, and a court cannot or government cannot classify a person under whom some protection is given. No protection can be given to a class of people in India. because it's a sovereign state. And when they examine on this case, it's a criminal case filed against two doctors. And all the lower courts failed to give bail for these doctors. Now they want to safeguard the interest of the medical professionals in India. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for them to practice freely. And if their law puts a halter around their neck, in one hand they are having a halter, and the next hand, please operate. This type of tendency is not conducive and supportive to the medical professionals. So they gave a ruling. If there is any criminal complaint given against a doctor regarding the medical practice, FIR can be registered, but the police cannot charge sheet and place before the magistrate for trial unless and until they get another opinion from another doctor of the same branch of medicine. And if the other doctor says there is a criminal negligence, then only they can frame charges and submit the charges before the magistrate. If the other doctor says there is no criminal negligence, there may be other negligence. If there is no criminal negligence, then police should not proceed further and close this case, because for filing a criminal complaint against a doctor, it is very, very difficult, because their intention and main objective is cure the patient, never to damage a patient. That's why criminal offense is not sustainable in medical practice. Even up to today, there is no cases are filed against the medical doctors on fraudulent activities, but not against any medical treatment given by them in any of the hospitals. Gross negligence case can be filed, but criminal negligence cannot be filed unless and until the third or another doctor of the same branch. Suppose negligence is in pediatrics, another pediatrician has to say. If it is an ortho, another orthopedist should say there is a criminal negligence. What is the meaning of criminal negligence? Recklessness in giving treatment. Recklessness and complete gross negligence. Fully knowing that my action may cause injury to the patient, a doctor is doing. Then only it comes under criminal negligence. So nowadays, even today, it becomes a settled law. Even any citizen or any patient is giving a complaint, criminal complaint before the police station, the police will not proceed further until they receive another opinion from another doctor of the same branch after giving all the medical records. And if they say there is no negligence, criminal negligence, police will not proceed. If they say criminal negligence is there, they can proceed. To that extent, there is a safeguard or safety valve for the medical professionals, which is enforceable even today.
Sir, firstly, thank you so much for your valuable time. I got a great clarity between the new Consumer Act and the old Consumer Act.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of differences, like you said. Also, I got to know a lot about a lot of interesting case laws which comes under medical professionals. Thank you so much, sir.
Dr. Pavitra, I should also thank you, because you are a bubbling doctor now.
Yes.
And you are young and energetic, and our conversation will also reach the youngsters who are now pursuing medical education.
True.
So I should also thank to you. And believe me, there are very many interesting cases in civil and criminal cases, etc., which I think we can discuss that in our forthcoming episodes.
Sure,
that will be very useful for others.
Sure, sir. We are waiting for it. Thank you so much for coming today, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.